Hi, welcome. Let's see what the card has in store for us today. Feeling a bit lazy. Hump day, I believe. Isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, perfect. So let's see what the first three cards will give us, and then we'll take it from there. Hopefully, it'll be something interesting. First card is, oh, Jesus, Five of Cups. All right, so you're clearly crying about something or frustrated, and you don't know what you want to do, crying over spilled milk. All right. The second one is Two of Cups. All right, so a lot of emotions coming up. And the last one is the Fool. Perfect. Awesome. This is great. Okay, so the initial message that's coming up is the Five of Cups. So, again, this is what the Five of Cups looks like if you haven't seen it before. And ah man, he's just so depressed. Look at him. He's wearing all black. He's got like three cups falling over. Yeah, there is the river over there, but he doesn't want to go there and fill up these two cups. So that's what he's feeling. I mean, there's a whole town in front of him and just feeling really, really bad and really, really sad. And then comes the Two of Cups. Okay, so again, this is your past energy. Okay, this is your current energy, which is the Two of Cups. So, what the Two of Cups here representing is that there are two people coming with their emotions. Okay, there, and it looks like they're pretty well off. I mean, the way they're dressed and everything, these are not like peasants, right? And then you have this circular snake thing. This represents a lot of time health stuff like Blue Cross Blue Shield, if you've seen the insurance company. Or it also sometimes represents like the Kundalini awakening. So basically something regarding your spine, right? And these two cups, so it's taking two people to bring their emotions together in order to have the Kundalini rising, I guess. Okay, that's kind of where you're focusing on Kundalini rising. If you're not familiar with what it is, apparently if you do enough yoga and certain breathing techniques, it's supposed to enlighten you. But personally, I've never met anyone like that. So a lot of these things I take it with a grain of salt. So let's just keep it at that. All right. And the last color is the Fool. So this is your future, or what we are headed towards. Meaning, fuck it. You're just gonna jump off. That's it. No more hiding. No more being cautious and whatnot. It is what it is, and you're just gonna jump off. Okay. So looks like it's kind of a relationship love reading going on. Two of Cups. You're crying over spilled milk, and you're being the fool. Yeah, so whether it could be love, it could be a new idea in your head, or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to pull three clarifying cards for the Five of Cups to see what exactly is behind your disappointment in whatever it is that you're facing in life, right? So one, two, and three. So the first one is Knight of Pentacles. Second one is the Nine of Cups, and the third one is the Ten of Swords. Wow. Okay. So your disappointment is in the past. Okay. So the Five of Cups is all about the past. So your disappointment is the fact, I guess you're waiting for some kind of stable offer, something you thought that would bring you a lot of stability. All right. And you worked hard for it clearly. And yeah, even this card has a lot of yellow and black, and so does this. So to me, it's a bit like you were hoping for a lot, and this is what King of Pentacles represent. You're hoping for a lot. You're hoping for your dreams and wishes to come true, and you got stabbed in the back. Like holy fuck. So that's what happened. You thought your career, your lover, your dreams and hopes is going to bring you a lot of stability. You put a lot of work, and you had a lot of imagination and a lot of hope that there will be your wish fulfillment, right? The Nine of Cups. But what you ended up getting is 10 swords in your back. Yeah, that looks pretty sad, right? And this was traumatic. All right, this is the only card among the Five of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups with a black sky. So you were extremely hopeful in the beginning, all warm colors. Yeah, they were disappointment. So this is the first card, second card, and third card. So despite you being, losing stuff, despite you hoping, you still were hoping for the best outcome. but that clearly did not happen. What you ended up getting is 10 swords in your back. And the 10 of swords is not like physical swords, all right? It's more about mental. So if mentally you're probably, it destroyed you, right? Half the card is black. So half your talents, your hopes and dreams, and your just oomph in your life gone. Yeah, sounds very familiar to me. All right. So then I'm going to pull the Two of Cups. What's clarifying the Two of Cups is the fact that you're trying to bring either relationships or different ideas, different partners. So basically, you're not doing this alone anymore. Okay. And the first card that comes out is the Four of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So currently, I'm assuming you rearranged your mind. Okay? And if you haven't, well, you should. So the way it's working is you have three cups now, right? And this are the three cups that fell and you were crying over before. Now you have three empty cups, and you have not only these three empty cups that you can fill anytime, plus the weather looks really good. You know, this looks like spring, summer, whereas the other cards were also warm, but looks like really spring and really happy summer type of vibe. And you're basically meditating, and even though you have three empty cups, right? This could be careers, it could be lovers and interest and everything. But your meditation and your patience is giving you something even better. The clouds or the heavens are bringing you this cup. This is what you're looking for. This is not something the earth or your environment will ever provide. This is divine intervention, right? So your meditation and your thought processes, this is what you're looking for, and you're finding it or will find it very soon. And in order for you to pull this off, or whatever it is that you're trying to do, Five of Pentacles, this is like a pretty depressing card, meaning you're going to have to go through a lot of hardships, right? The vision that you're trying to pull out from the heavens by meditating, whether it's through relationships or whatever it is, it's not going to be a walk in the park. Yeah, I mean, what is in life, right? So that's the one. And what you're really going to get afterwards is the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is even probably the warmest card I pulled so far, right? She has everything. She has not only just this massive pentacle, she has all these flowers and the entire, this looks extremely luscious. So the idea and the way you're looking at life from the past disappointments and the Ten of Swords, by bringing other people into your life, by meditating and being patient and focusing. So you're basically trying to become like a sniper, all right? You have tried, making millions of people happy. Your friends, family, partners, and God knows what else, right? Your bosses, your teachers, and etc. All of it left you very disappointed. However, what's coming is one, a new person or a new idea, and this is divine intervention. And of course, there will be a lot of challenges, but what's waiting for you in the end is the Queen of Pentacles, all right? And it also means, because this is the current feeling, that despite the hardship and meditation and all these other things you're doing, which are basically like orthogonal to your current situation, what you really need to embody is the Queen of Pentacles, right? The Queen of Pentacles is the embodiment, is what you need to basically put your mind into, that I have everything and I will get everything. And basically the future is the Fool, meaning you have to take a complete leap of faith and jump off. And I love the Fool because it also has this really nice white dog. I mean, it's a man's best friend, right? It is a very interesting creature because it's the only creature that I know about that will literally die for you. A cat will never do that. Humans, Jesus, probably not. Unless you grew up together and you have a long history. Highly unlikely nowadays, especially. But the Fool has also a white rose, right? Usually white represents sometimes like I give up or a brand new beginning, right? He has very little stuff he's bringing. All of his clothes are kind of ripped off, meaning this is not the first time he's jumping off, but he has this dog, and this dog is like, hell yeah, let's do it. And this sounds like pretty good time. So I'm gonna pull three cards to see what else you need to understand about the journey that you're embarking on. One, so Jesus, 10 of Cups. Next is the Three of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, 10 of Pentacles, not 10 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the last card is the Devil. All right. So it's kind of similar to the what we saw, what you're currently facing through, and in the future, despite you taking the this leap of faith in whatever it is that you're trying to do, and you will achieve the 10 of Pentacles. Right? This is probably the highest of the Pentacles card, unless you go to the Kings and Queens. But you're gonna get everything that you want, right? And it will also give you situations where you will have to convince other people or just work in the background, because this guy especially, he looks kind of suspicious. Like these two people are not believing what he's doing. So there will be a lot of doubters, right? And this guy kind of looks like he's walking away, and he's like, fuck it, I don't really care what you guys believe in. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, go back to my room and keep working at it, okay? So here you have a choice. You can either try to convince these people, okay? Or you just go back to doing what you got to do, okay? Do what you got to do and say no more. That's the point. And of course, there will be many temptations and many other issues that you're going to face. So the devil is always lurking. The devil in here would represent all of the things that you think you're chained to, right? So the devil is the two people with the chains loosely around their neck. So anytime they can take it off. But when you have been chained for so long, whether it's through pain, trauma that you think that belongs to you, and when you identify as this trauma, and it's like when you have your heart broken or you lose a job or someone dies. Yes, there's a grief period, but sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with it, a lot of people will make this into their identity. And every time you meet them, it's like, oh, this happened. Oh, this happened. It's like that becomes your story. And yes, it's so fucking painful. I understand that. But what you got to do is somehow overcome it. And if you're going through a period like that, nothing I say will really change any of that. But just know that the day you get over it is the day you can move ahead. And grieving is a very difficult process. There's no time limit. I can't tell you, hey man, you should cry for 5 days, and after that, if you cry, I'm going to slap you across the face. It's not going to happen like that. So, and these temptations, these things that you're chained to, you will never forget. You can forgive, but you won't forget, right? You will never forget all the bad habits, how you enjoyed doing those bad things, how you enjoyed the toxic relationship, how you enjoyed your toxic boss. There are good memories behind all of them. And it's not to, when you overcome things, don't forget the good times also, right? Especially when it comes to, let's say you lost a job, you lost a relationship, and or someone you really didn't like also passed away, right? All these things have ended. But the memories, good and bad, you should keep it to yourself, right? And it's not that keep it to yourself and don't share it with anyone, but it's like you need to understand both sides, because even you will be a bad person to certain people. So it is really important to understand that the devil here represents, a continuous problem that will always be there, right? You will never in this life be 100% satisfied. And if you do, I think you're going to just die at that point. Because this whole life, if anything, it is a sequence of events, and you accumulate emotions and other things. And the main thing you need to do is get over those things in order to have a fulfilling life. So that is the message I have for you today. I hope you found that useful, and I hope to speak to you soon. Bye-bye.